People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a cold with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, man. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside,
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Jets going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an offseason of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. It's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And the Jets set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here we go now.
Second down, Hackenberg. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for the Jets. And even 50 yards. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Darren Sproles, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long. The gun, Hackenberg. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Hackenberg. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
First down, the run with Lynch. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. They set up the screen to Lynch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get the 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across. The 25. And now out come the Jets. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And look out. I think he's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 74 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number 1 guy on their number 1 guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
And take it right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Shift together here from the D-line. And once again, they go with Sproles. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession.
All right, now look at 56. Detroit, Detroit. All right, here we go.
Now it's Sproles. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, back 99 Philly.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now let's go.
In motion left, Curse.
56.
They'll throw now with Hackenberg. Complete out right to Kurz. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake, Hackenberg. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Carr to Crabtree. Good for a Raider first down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On first, here's Washington. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, here's Hackenberg, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, that's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 65 yards.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair because now trying to stay with the receiver, very, very difficult to do, and a big play is often the result.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
This is the running back, Powell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Sproles. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Darren Sproles with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go now.
Out of his end zone, Hackenberg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Room here to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hurry up, here we go. Gun.
Play action now, Hackenberg. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Throwing on first down is Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. On second down, here's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, it's Carr. Now he's forced out left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock.
All right, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on first down, it's Washington again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Hackenberg now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he is knocked down from the side at the 28. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Lynch. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Washington on 3rd and short. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, it can be a thankless job sometimes, but they'll be thanking their kicker here. That's now 4 field goals for him. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, but this offense is going to need to find its rhythm because it's going to take more than field goals to win this football game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And now here come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school at one of my offense.
And this is caught. Crabtree. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, 50 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On play action, it's Hackenberg. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
In today's football, the receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Back now in the East Bay. So 20 yards to go here on first down. Here's Powell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. And he's got a noon one. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They run with Powell. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, here's Hackenberg. He's got his man. It's Curse. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss, and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They come out here in the eye. Toss play, Powell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got it complete to Crabtree. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Carr now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Carr to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Crabtree has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Finds Roberts left side. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Carr now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the draw, Carr leaves to Washington. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch for yards out. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the two-point conversion.
And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They start this with a run for Powell, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 2nd down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it? No. This situation, this yard line, no chance. They
set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down following the run. Right back to Washington. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. Carr now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. give. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the toss play, this is Washington. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. In motion left goes Crabtree. They bring Crabtree in motion right. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a costly penalty marker, and it's now 3rd and 11. In motion left goes Crabtree. Carr to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.